Time now for the evening rush. The Grants Police Department investigating a state police officer accused of rape. The teen claims in March, when she was a high school senior, the assistant coach of the Grants girls soccer team lured her into his car, held her against her will, and raped her. The Grants School District has fired that officer from his coaching gig. New Mexico State Police have placed him on leave.
Vice President Mike Pence says a new trade agreement with Mexico and Canada would benefit New Mexico.
The USMCA is not just a win for America, it is a big win for New Mexico.
That's a renegotiated version of the NAFTA agreement between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. Pence told rally goers in Artesia today it would open up new markets for New Mexico products and create jobs.
Parents are calling for the resignation of a New Mexico high school principal charged with DWI and reckless driving after crashing near his home Friday night. Police say Moriarty principal Robert Adams smelled of alcohol when officers found him. He claims he wasn't drunk and that someone ran his truck off the road, but police say he blew twice the legal limit.
A man accused of killing a woman in the North Valley is facing a first-degree murder charge. Today, a judge decided to hold him behind bars until trial. 35-year-old Jared Ryan told officers there was an argument at a home near 4th and Montano, and the woman pulled a knife on him while two other men were there. He said he was knocked out, and when he woke up, the woman was dead. Officers did not buy his story.
Weather headlines for tomorrow, well, they indicate more dry air on its way in. So as the dry air moves in from the west, we'll eliminate showers there. Albuquerque likely to see less storm action as well, with the best chance to get it wet out east, and the temps will continue to rise through the weekend.
New developments: a grand jury indicting former UNM athletic director Paul Krebs on 7 charges, including embezzlement and tampering with evidence. You'll remember the AG's office began investigating Krebs after News 13 investigative reporter Larry Barker exposed Krebs used public money to take private donors on a golf trip to Scotland.
Attorneys for former Governor Bill Richardson speaking out about the Jeffrey Epstein case. In a statement, Richardson's attorney says federal prosecutors do not believe the governor had any part in Epstein's alleged sex trafficking ring. It comes after a sworn deposition from 2016 where a woman named Richardson and said he took part.
Right now, deputies are searching for answers after $30,000 worth of collectibles was stolen from the Double D Ranch in Quemado, including authentic Anasazi pots, hunting rifles, and expensive whiskey. The ranch manager says the thieves used a propane tank to break through the door of the home. Deputies are taking fingerprints.
An alligator is now at the biopark after it was rescued from a Santa Fe business. The Santa Fe New Mexican says a report was filed with Game and Fish saying they were concerned with the animal's living conditions. Game and Fish reminds people it is illegal to keep an alligator as a pet in New Mexico. The man could face up to a year in prison.
Beginning next July, businesses in Bernalillo County will have to give employees paid sick leave. Commissioners passed that measure after much debate and a few changes. The law will require businesses with 2 employees or more to provide workers with at least 1 hour of paid time off for every 32 hours worked. Opponents say it will hurt small businesses.
State health officials are sending out a warning as they investigate the possibility of vaping being linked to lung disease. The New Mexico Department of Health is investigating 4 cases of possible lung disease. All 4 used vape cartridges believed to contain THC. The department is now discouraging people from vaping THC.
Hazmat teams are competing this week at Los Alamos National Laboratory. Teams from across the country are testing their training by responding to hazmat emergencies in real-life scenarios, each earning points based on skill and response tactics. The challenge ends Friday.
Metro Threat Index for Thursday goes down, and we're going to be looking at our only real concerns being the possibility of an isolated storm or two. But for the most part, the bigger story will end up being the heat as we work toward the weekend.
Well, you can now use a new app to explore Santa Fe. Victor Romero, who was once a tour guide, created the Santa Fe VIP Tours app. The GPS guided tour takes you to some of the most historic spots like the St. Francis Cathedral, the Loretto Chapel, and the La Fonda Hotel. The Explorer Museum about to undergo a major expansion, and it's set to include a space for teens. The X Studio will allow students to learn about drones, mixing music, and making things on a 3D printer. The $4 million project is 90% funded. It's expected to open in 2021.
You will see a rescue from a New Mexico shelter in Disney's live-action remake of Lady and the Tramp. Monty, a 2-year-old terrier mix, will play the tramp in the film, which is set to premiere on Disney's streaming service. Monty comes from the Mesilla Valley shelter in Las Cruces. He was scouted out by a group of Hollywood animal trainers.